These are the Tarot and Oracle forecasts for the month of January 2019. Happy New Year, everybody. If you would like to purchase or book a reading, any of the readings that are available from me, you can go to the website. The links will be in the description box below. That also includes those incredible soulmate readings. Pisces. First of all, I made you a cup of tea so that we could read your tea leaves. Then we'll move on to the tea leaf fortune telling cards, a relationship reading, and finish off with the tarot card. So, in your cup of tea, what I saw predominantly, and that's what jumped out at me, was falling leaves. Now remember, for any of you that a symbol or a picture in the tea leaves jumps out at you, just comment in the comment box below and I'll discuss it with you. It's quite fun actually. But also, I mean, it will be particularly relevant if you see something. And in there, I see a bunch of grapes now while I'm speaking to you. So at some stage in life, you're going to get to go out and have fun. But I saw a few things in there, the leaves falling, and then I also saw an arrow pointing to somebody pushing a wheelbarrow. It's almost as if in January you're cleaning up whatever happened. Something happened and there's kind of debris or a bit of fallout from it, and now you're busy cleaning it up, and it is a little bit of work. It's one particular situation, it's not your entire life, but it's as if that is something that is happening in January. But you also get to go out and have fun. That bunch of grapes is telling me as much. So you'll clean up something, you'll finish up something that kind of left a bit of, I want to say, fallout behind, and it's a little bit of hard work to do it, but you will do it, and you will go out after that and you will have fun. Then it'll be time to have fun. Your tea leaf fortune cards that you get is the Shield, which says you need to defend yourself. The Owl, good advice from a wise person. If we couple that with what I see in your teacup, there is a case of, it's almost as if when you're cleaning up, that's almost a defense act for you. It is as if you're taking care of what is left over from the situation, almost as a defensive reaction to what happened. The Owl says you get good advice from a wise person. So someone sees what you're doing and they actually give you advice. The Whale says great worry over nothing, which is interesting because it's obviously after you go about cleaning up after something that you're worried about, what is left behind, what has happened, and you try and clean up behind it. Look, it can be metaphorically speaking, it most likely is. You're not literally going to be sweeping up leaves, okay? It's as if you're trying to clean up after somebody did something, after someone took action. Maybe someone you know, maybe someone in your family. But it's a defensive action. It's to stop repercussions, or you feel it's to stop repercussions. The advice from a good friend, however, ends you up realizing that you worried a bit too much. Great worry over nothing, the Whale says, which is always a huge relief. And especially if you get to hear this before the situation arises, you are forearmed and forewarned, and you know, okay, I'm over worrying this. I'm overthinking it too much, okay? Someone's going to give you that advice. Maybe me, eh? Okay. Then you get the Dogs, and that says getting together with friends, and you get the Unicorn, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Now, isn't that nice? I saw the grapes for you as well, which is to go out and have fun. So once you're kind of over this thing of, oh, right, I sort of took the situation perhaps too seriously or worried a bit too much, you then decide, that's it, I'm going to go out and I'm going to have fun. And you go out and you have good fun with your friends. And that Unicorn with use your intuition to make beneficial changes in your life. You get a gut feeling after that. Something needs to change. Go with that gut feeling. It is perhaps time for a change. Sometimes we are pushed into situations because it's time that you stepped in and did something about it and changed. Not necessarily the situation, but how you are involved in it. That's a message download for whoever it was necessary for. Now, your relationship reading, I really enjoy the cards that are laid out here that came up for you. They stay optimistic about your love life, positive thinking, and faith bring you romance. Now, this is for existing relationships. It's for potential relationships, those of you that are looking for relationships, or perhaps a really important partnership. It needn't be a romantic connection. With that, you get the sea tom, and that sea tom cat is sort of like very aggressively going after that little bird. Possibly to his detriment. I think he's about to fall quite a distance. So the same applies to you. Rather than going aggressively after something that is within a relationship or after somebody you want to have a relationship with, just stay optimistic and keep the faith. just for the beginning of January, right? That's the advice for the beginning of January. You will have more success at that time in sort of just nurturing the feeling of a relationship or a potential relationship. Then it says after that, flirt, extend your light-hearted energy to others. Aha, here comes the guidance. So it's a case of if you got your eye on someone, be friendly, be funny, be light-hearted with them. Don't make it anything serious. That 10 of Earth speaks about comfort, feeling comfort. So it's a case of, I think the person, whether you're in a relationship with him or someone that you're pursuing for a relationship, would like to be a relationship, wants to feel comfortable. And if you are too aggressive in your way that you perhaps pursue them or rectify something within a relationship, or you want something to change in your relationship and you're too aggressive, it is going to backfire. They want you to feel comfortable and easy. And the way to do that is to flirt with them, put this light-hearted energy out there. Now I had to have a good giggle. If you zoom in on the next two cards, you have the lady and the man kissing, and then you look at the Earth Queen cat. And she has such an odd expression on her face when she's looking at, to me, she's looking at those two. Now, romantic feeling says your feelings are real and worth exploring. And the Earth Queen says that it is about luxury. It is about feeling not just nurtured, it's more than that. It's about feeling spoiled and pampered. Look how spoiled and pampered that cat is. And it's a case of perhaps we're pursuing romance or exploring romance or a connection with somebody that's not necessarily romantic. Explore luxury. Explore the feeling of pampering. Explore the feeling of feeling as if you're in a special place with a special person. Can you understand what I'm saying? It's that kind of feeling that needs to be pursued, especially if there's somebody new coming into your life. Perhaps pamper yourself. Perhaps have a perfect manicure and pedicure and your hair done. There's something about the feeling of luxury that is very conducive to a good relationship footing in the month of January. That's the message that I'm getting for you. The tarot reading is nice and interesting and really underscores a lot of what's being said so far, because you get the 4 of Earth, the 5 of Fire, the 4 of Fire, and the Sky Queen. Now, the 4 of Earth for this particular card can also have the meaning that you have now amassed kind of a good place in your life. You've reached a place in your life where you're feeling secure, you're on a good foundation, you feel like you have the things that you need. And for each person, that's going to be a different level in their life that they've achieved, okay? Now it's a case of you feel that you've kind of released a lot of the things that were holding you back mentally. Perhaps it was a poverty consciousness. Perhaps it was a belief that you weren't good enough. Perhaps which the two are tied together. But it's a kind of a feeling as if you're on a better footing where you consider yourself. You're on a more solid footing where you consider yourself. The 5 of Fire says you could get combative and competitive with someone, but it's not worth it. You've already seen that. You saw that in your relationship or romantic reading. The combative method or attitude or route is just not, it's not going to work for you in January. It's going to backfire hopelessly. You're going to end up getting burnt, as you can see. That fire up there is about to come down on that lot of cats. The 4 of Fire says, alternatively, believe in magic, believe in wonder. Sort of get yourself to that place where you can feel the wonder of magic, the wonder of what the universe can possibly be bringing you. So it's a case of January you've been given full permission not to aggressively pursue what you're after, but to sit back, wow, very nice, and rather dream it, feel it, and imagine it, and enjoy the luxuries that you do have access to. Definitely that kind of feeling. And that Sky Queen talks about a certain sense of detachment. In other words, it's when you can get that little bit of detachment that you don't quite so aggressively pursue things. You kind of watch them from a lofty perch, knowing that they will be coming your way, Pisces. They most definitely will. I do hope you enjoyed that reading. I would like to repeat again, if you'd like a personal, private reading, subscription to weekly updates for your particular star sign, or to book that incredible soulmate reading, please contact me via the website. The link is in the description box below. Thank you for watching, listening, commenting. I read every single comment. I try to reply as often as I can. And for those of you that share the videos, a very big thank you to you too.